Okay, everyone. I don't know where to start, so let's just get into it and let Emeek go first.
Hey guys, what's going on? Boy, oh boy, it's been a really long time since I made a video, and I want to apologize up front for that because I've been really busy here lately. There's been a lot going on with not only work, but personal stuff. Vacations coming. We've been planning vacation. As a matter of fact, we're going out of town for the weekend. That's kind of just a little mini vacation. I won't be back till Monday, and it's just been a really busy summer. But after the month of May, I expect things to slow down, and I can get back into making 1 or 2 videos a week. I apologize for being a month in between videos. Just bear with me, and things will get back to normal. I'm sorry about the occasional drink I'll take, or if I'm smoking a cigarette, I apologize too if smoking for some reason offends you. But the reason I'm here today, there's been a lot going on in the news. I mean, a whole lot going on in the news. And technology news. So I guess the main thing going on that I want to discuss is, of course, the whole Flash thing is still going on. Now it seems that there's some stories flying around that Adobe is the reason for this investigation into Apple.
Okay, before he gets on to that, I want to make one thing abundantly clear. A, Apple should be being investigated, and B, they aren't being investigated. I think what he's talking about is this unprecedented but publicly announced investigation to determine whether or not we should have an investigation. I've never heard that before, but okay. But we'll get more into that in a little bit. Let's get back to Eric.
That really makes me sad to hear that. It really upsets me, and it really, I mean, in all seriousness, no insults to Adobe. In all seriousness, this is as serious as I could be since I've started making these videos. Adobe has just dropped drastically on my respect meter. I cannot believe that they've brought in government to do an investigation or spurred an investigation.
I don't really know where to start with that one. I don't. Oh, wait. Yes, I do. Nobody really knows for sure that Adobe spawned this, although that's what the rumors are going on. But you know what? Let's see. Let's do a weigh scale here on the disappointment-o-meter. Does it disappoint you more that somebody is asking federal regulators that have to do with whether or not monopolies are just and in the best interest of the people, investigating a company for trying to exercise an unjust monopoly, or a company, I don't know, doing something like sending the cops to somebody's house for, is like, because, we all know journalists don't need First Amendment rights. It's just an inconvenient thing. You gotta hand it to them. When Apple sends someone to kick somebody's door down, they really send someone to go kick their door down. Not at all like Adobe. They just go through the proper channels and call the proper regulators. No stormtroopers coming out of Adobe. You have to give credit to Apple there.
Because they can't play the game they want to play with the rules they want to play it. Even though they've had many years to get their shit together, now that the iPad and iPhone is the main game in town, Adobe's trying to break down the fucking doors, and they're 2 years late. And they're 2 years late to the game. It's no secret. Everybody knew when the iPad came out that it wasn't going to accept Flash. The iPod don't use Flash. The iPhone hasn't used Flash since 2007. So anybody who thought that Flash was going to be allowed on the iPad is just a complete moron, okay? But I think you all wasn't concerned about it because you wouldn't expect an iPad to be a hit, I don't think. And now that you see that it's sold 1 million devices in a month, I think you're wanting a piece of the action. You realize you fucked up and you're wanting to blame your mistakes on everybody else. So, I've really lost a whole lot of respect for Adobe. I'm not saying Flash doesn't have a place. It has a place for things on the desktop. There's a place for it. But as far as Flash for video, as a video container, there's no point. It's history. It's pointless. And as far as Flash on the mobile devices, everybody wants to talk, why can't we do Flash this? Why won't Apple won't let us do what we want. Apple won't let us do what we want with our own devices. If I want Flash on my device, I should be able to. But see, we're still waiting on Adobe to give somebody a stable, well-performing version of a mobile Flash, okay? Mobile Flash hasn't been showed to anybody since 2007. Adobe's been promising it, and they've been pushing it back, and pushing it back. How long do you expect Apple to wait on them? How long do you expect Apple to say, okay, go ahead and delay it again, delay it some more, and even if they are working on it, there's no guarantee that Adobe ain't going to be lazy in the future, or be slow.
Okay, first off, the investigation isn't about Flash. Let's be clear. The investigation to decide whether or not we should have an investigation. Let's make it clear. It isn't an investigation. It's an investigation to decide whether or not we need an investigation. But also, I guess if Steve Jobs said it, it's true. So, therefore, Eric, Steve said it. How many times has your Mac crashed from Flash? I'm beginning to think Eric has one of the mythical Macs that crashes from Flash, because he has such a diametric hate of Adobe, and he singles out Flash for it. Let me point out just some little facts here. Flash has been on mobile devices going on almost 2 years now, for those of you who don't know. A month after this little doohickey, the G1 came out, Adobe showed at a conference with this thing running Flash. Showed that Android was capable of running Flash, kind of stuff. Now, there's reasons why that wasn't released, but it showed it was capable. Not that long later, I think 2 quarters later actually, so second quarter of last year, this little thing called WebOS came out from a company called Palm. And guess what? It was on mobile devices. And come hither, it's a secret. Steve Jobs says it didn't happen. But it had Flash. And it actually worked. But this didn't happen. Steve Jobs said it didn't happen. And, we have this thing called the Droid Incredible right now on the Verizon network, running version 2.0. So I can't remember if it's 2.0 or 2.1 of Android, but guess what? It ships with, wait for it, Flash. And a functional version of Flash 10.1 has been demoed on Android, which means it works. It's ready. We just haven't set an official release time. And my guess is it's going to come either end of this year or beginning of next year. I honestly think that's just waiting on the Nexus 2, whatever the heck it's going to be called. And there's enough smell going around that even though there's no official rumors for that, that's probably coming out around Christmas this year. Or they may be waiting to mid next year. I don't know. But I'll apologize if it doesn't, but it's going to have Flash. So, and like I said, Android already has Flash, WebOS already has Flash. All Android devices are outside, but there's devices shipping right now with Flash. Now let's get into what this is really about. Oh, crap. I'm up on time. I'm sorry, I will get into what this is really about in the next part. I apologize. Peace out. See y'all in the next part. Sorry.